So that would be the nations on the Iberian Peninsula, being Portugal and Spain, as well as two other nations in southern Europe, being Italy and Greece. So just to start off, I'm going to do something a little different just by taking a look at some comparisons of three different statistics. First of all, taking a look at life expectancies of these nations, Spain, Italy, Greece, and Portugal, and you can see that in terms of their 2009 figures, they're all pretty similar. Spain comes in at the highest at 81.5 average years of age, but they're very similar again. Portugal is the lowest at about 79, so they're all within 1 or 2 years. Now, taking a look at population statistics, Italy is by far the most populated nation in southern Europe with 60.22 million people. Spain comes in at about 45 million people, while Greece and Portugal are far less populated. And this is an interesting one, also looking at the basic comparison of unemployment rates. These are August 2011 figures. Spain right now has 20% unemployment, while Greece comes in at about 17% unemployment. So in Spain, that means 1 out of every 5 people does not have a job. In fact, more than that. So you can see just by looking at these graphs that the economy in Europe, in southern Europe, has been very unstable as the unemployment rates have been jumping around very much. So then just looking out, or starting out here, we're going to look at the Iberian Peninsula, so the nations of Portugal, which is being pointed out now, Spain, and also a very small country, Andorra, which is actually controlled by Spain, and then the country to the northeast, which is France. Spain, Portugal, and Andorra all make up the Iberian Peninsula, which is this peninsula. Spain and Portugal are both in the European Union. Spain is the leading producer of olive oil in the world, while Portugal is the leading cork producer. In this region, tourism is a big industry because of the sunny climates and the beautiful beaches within Spain and Portugal. Okay, in Spain and Portugal, most of the people are Roman Catholic, and in Portugal, it's pretty standard for people to speak Portuguese, but because of Spain's history, they have really been an area that many different people have moved to or lived in, so that many different languages and cultures are spoken there or followed there. One of these being the Basques, who live in the Pyrenees mountain range, and they see themselves as being separate from Spain, and some of them even want independence. Also, because of Spain's history, there is more significant Islamic influence in Spain, more so than the other Southern European or Western European nations. Okay, moving to Italy here. The Italian peninsula sticks out to the Mediterranean Sea. Most people know it as the boot. And then at the tip of the boot, there's a triangle football, and that football is the island of Sicily. And this picture is a picture that I took this summer whenever I was visiting Italy and coming up on the island of Sicily. In the northern portion of Italy, we have the Alps, while in the southern Italy, we have a lot of volcanic mountains and a lot of volcanic activity. For instance, Mount Etna. Most of Italy, though, it does have a mild climate with relatively warm summers, and their winters are really just a lot of rain. Okay, looking at Italy's economy and government, many products in Italy are made from small family-owned businesses rather than the large corporations. I have a picture here of just some small markets that I was walking through when I was in a portion of southern Italy this summer. Italy is a member of the European Union. Its manufacturing that does have is done in the northern portion of Italy. That should not say Europe, it should say northern Italy. Tourism is vital to Italy. A lot of people spend some time visiting Venice, Rome, Sicily. There are some other major cities as well that people like to visit. Okay, the Italian government is really a coalition government, meaning because they have so many political parties and political factions, not one party can get a majority to be the ruling party. So really, two different parties may have to work together in order to get control of the government. Okay, shifting to the Italians, or Italy's people, 70% live in cities and towns, and most are Roman Catholic. Not surprisingly, that may be, or that probably has something to do with the fact that Vatican City, which is really surrounded by the city of Rome, is the home of the Pope and the center of the Catholic Church, and that's pictured to the left here. Language of Italy is Italian. Okay, moving further east here, we're going to move to Greece. And the Greek mainland sits on the southern tip of this peninsula, known as the Balkans, the Balkan Peninsula, and that goes out into the Mediterranean Sea as well as the Aegean Sea. Its capital is Athens, that I'm pointing out now. And Greece, really, if I just point around here, it includes over 2,000 islands, but there's only about 170 with people, and the largest being Crete. And further east, we have the country of Cyprus, but Greece and Turkey have fought over this place for a long time, and it's really a divided country. Greece, if I jump back to one of the first slides, has major issues right now with people that are unhappy about unemployment. So that's a quick little preview of Southern Europe.